I am going to say something that is probably very controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Even though I can't pronounce that word right, but
Controversial?
it's going to be that one. It's very out of category, and I think I'm going to upset some people.
Okay.
All right.
We can swap roles if you want. That's fine.
You want to get in before Dan does this week?
I think it is finally time that men accept they are not good at peeing standing up and we start sitting down.
Welcome to Multiple Nerdgasm with your hosts, Matt, Luke, and Dan. Multiple Nerdgasm, your guide to all things nerdy.
Every day I go into work and I go into urinals, there's piss on the floor.
Yeah.
But is this still due to your procedure that you had a couple of weeks ago?
No, this is not my piss.
No,
this is just piss in general.
Of course it's not.
Well, some of it may be mine. But yeah, I've just decided maybe...
You think it's a flawed system?
It really is.
How are you going to sit in a urinal, Luke?
Well, I was thinking maybe we could just sit on the toilet.
Well, they don't provide enough of them for everybody to do that these days.
Well, this is why there all have to be changes to a lot of places where they have to have more cubicles in.
Yeah.
So this can happen.
So our podcasting peer, Charles W. Chuck Bryant from the Stuff You Should Know podcast, has attempted to start a movement of sitting down to pee. And it's gaining a lot of traction. Yeah.
Wow. I did not know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, Luke, I mean, you're on to
this reason,
someone else fighting for it. Yeah.
I mean, you could try, well, not you, obviously. Apparently, you're claiming you're not part of the problem, but you could put up a sign instructing people to pee in a urinal the American way that I've noticed.
Where you basically stand in it.
You just climb in and pee. Yeah. No, I told you that we've talked about this before, but people here stand very close to the urinal. Very close.
And that's to stop pissing on the floor. That's the right idea.
Oh, I don't know if that's why. I think it's to stop me from seeing their dick, which I'm not interested in seeing, but people seem to think, I don't know, it just seems like there's a weird paranoia.
But urinals in Australia, because they're different in Australia to America, they're different in slight nuanced ways per country, right? And Australian ones, sometimes they've got a little step made of tiles, and then they've got a little metal mesh.
Grate.
Yeah, and I'm never sure whether I'm supposed to stand on the grate and piss beyond it, or to stand on the step and piss through the grate. What am I meant to do?
Yeah,
there's no instructions on these.
They tend to be more in pubs, and I think you are meant to stand on the grate.
Yeah, but no one does, because everyone's like, I'm going to stand on that, that's piss on it.
But if everyone stood on it, you just have the little dribble go down there, and that'd be it.
Little dribble. No, if I've been drinking, mate.
Yeah. I don't know, mate. We're hitting 40. It's coming out drop by drop these days.
Oh, God. I forgot I was turning 40 this year, and then I remembered
Who turns 40 first?
Matt.
Me, yeah.
You.
Yeah.
I was outside with Deckard, my dog, and then just
you both need to go outside to piss now, do you?
Yeah.
You ring that little bell next to your door. Jenna opens it, lets you out.
There we go. No, I was like 2020, 1980. Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm turning 40 this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back in and I was like, do I turn 40 this year? And she was like, yeah, you do. I was like, fuck.
In like a couple of months.
That's a big milestone.
I didn't realize it had arrived.
Yeah, man.
Very soon.
Here.
What? Yeah, it's 2 months away, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I turned 35, that was a big one for me because when I was a kid, all adults in my head were 35. Like that was just the age you were when you were an adult. And the fact that was 5 years ago now is like, well, I don't know what I am now.
But it's, and I've said this in the podcast a few times, it's sort of weird because when I was young, people our age, I thought they were responsible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do think something's
now I've got
going
to this
in
age,
reverse.
I realised that no, they were not.
Adults know what they're doing. They've got a handle on everything.
Yeah, they could look after children and stuff.
I feel exactly the same as I did when I was a teenager, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Until I hang out with teenagers, and then I'm like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I've got nothing in
How
common
often do you
with
hang
them
out with
anymore.
teenagers?
Not often,
Well,
but
my niece is a teenager.
Oh, yeah. It
My
happens.
niece is old.
Yeah, and I hang out with Luke's niece quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't even like hanging out
Despite
with
his
the millennials
concerns.
in my office who are in their 20s. You know what I mean? I'm like, you guys are fucking on a different planet to me.
There is one good thing about me turning 40, though.
What's that?
I'm going to Disneyland.
I mean,
Will you guys
I don't
come
wanna
to
blow
Disneyland,
your
Florida with
mind.
me?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, Disneyland, Florida for my 40th, and we're going to stay at the Star Wars Hotel.
Look, you've been to Disneyland every year for the past 10 years.
I love
Never on his
Disneyland.
No, I know
birthday,
you
Matt.
do.
Never on his birthday.
I don't mean to. I'm not trying to ruin it. Well, yeah, fair point.
I
We're
think
going to go stay at the Starliner Hotel thing.
Florida's
okay.
the only Disneyland I've not been to.
Oh, okay.
All I've got left is Shanghai and Disney Sea.
Well,
Oh, wait, there's
don't
Shanghai.
go to Shanghai Disney right now.
Yeah, probably don't.
Actually, I'm thinking about maybe going later in the year, if not next year, because prices are going to be cheaper once
Yeah, mate.
it's out of quarantine.
Go to China now, mate. It is fucking free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll be the
and that's
only
what I'm
one there.
thinking.
I mean,
I'm thinking about doing
they
it
won't
just
let you
because
back.
prices are down, and it will help. Once the crisis is over,
Yeah.
not going tomorrow.
I think once the crisis is over, it probably won't be an issue anymore.
Sometimes take a while for places like this to tourism to bounce back a little
You
bit.
don't know China, do you? There's people waiting to go into China right now. There's a lot of people who want to go to China.
I was hoping I was going to get some cheap flights.
No,
and accommodation.
Yeah, if you go right now.
Aw.
We're talking about coronavirus, I guess.
Yes.
If listeners are listening to this at a future point in time, they're like, what happened with China? It's
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Cultural revolution?
Yeah, no, this is actually, this podcast was recorded before they took over the world. And
Yeah. That's why we're still speaking in English.
English, yes.
Oh, I'd be screwed if I had to learn a new language.
Oh, especially Chinese, Luke. It is very fucking difficult.
Mm.
We've got PAX East this coming week, and Sony's pulled out because of
Yeah.
coronavirus concerns. Because we've
Really?
got apparently, coronavirus is floating around Boston, apparently.
Don't they have like offices in America though, and they could just send those people?
I don't know.
I didn't think they flew people in from.
No. I don't know if
Japan
it's.
and things.
I don't know if it's. I don't think it's concerned that they're going to bring coronavirus. I think it's that they're going to catch coronavirus
Oh, okay.
at PAX.
I mean, I don't know what it's like in America now, but no one is traveling within Asia right now. Like, no one's going anywhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. This there's been at least one or two confirmed cases in Boston, I think. So they're worried about it. So Square Enix also pulled out.
Yeah. We have the highest case of coronavirus outside of China, not including that one cruise ship where literally all of them have it and it's not allowed to dock anywhere. That's more than
Yeah,
us. But then we've got
I didn't understand that cruise ship thing where it's sort of like everyone's on there, a few people have it, we're not going to let anyone off until you're all infected.
I don't think that's what they said. I don't think it was an ultimatum. I just think they said, if even one of you have it, you're not allowed to dock here.
Yeah,
But now they've all got it. But actually, more
Luke
than 50%
thinks they're just like, let's
of the
see what
people-
happens.
Yeah, that's right. Either you've all got it or none of you do. More than 50% of the Singaporean people who have got it on the same day in the same room at this one church.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh.
Despite constantly being told no big congregations.
And also, because it's not airborne, is it? It's
No.
It's transferred by touch
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Or saliva.
or saliva. So yeah, you can still get together in a big place. Just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, one arm's distance from everyone.
Isn't it less deadly even than the flu?
No, this is killing a lot of people.
I don't think it is. I don't
Yeah,
think
Well,
it
I
is.
think
like
if you're talking about actual flu, the influenza that's killed like
yeah.
billions of people, then no, it's definitely not more deadly than that. But right now, more people are dying from it than from anything else, I believe.
Okay.
'Cause I think it's like 2,000 people or something have died now.
It's something
Yes.
like that. Ideally, you
No,
want nobody dying
coronavirus-
of it.
Coronavirus is killing less people than the flu is,
Huh, there you go.
according to Google.
What does Google know?
But that's what Google
You've
wants
got
you to
my
think.
made-up facts.
Because, people die of the flu every year as well.
Yeah.
It's just expected,
Okay,
whereas
Matt,
this is new.
thanks for the threat.
People die of the flu all the time, Danny. No one's going to question it.
Yeah. You might want to get a tissue there, Dan. Got a bit of a sniffle.
So you've got to get this virus inside you.
Have either of you actually ever had the flu before?
Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
think
have, to be honest. Yeah, I think
I've
I
had-
have too, but
I've had bad colds, but I've seen people with the flu, and it's a lot worse than...
I've had
You
things that
think
I've
it is.
described as the flu, but
Mm.
I've never actually
Yeah.
had a doctor say to me, you have influenza.
I was very sick once, and I think I've talked about this before. That was when I ended up with pneumonia, and I watched... I had like a fever, and I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I thought I'd figured out the movie. and then the next day, I had no idea what I was talking about.
That was just after you were having anal sex with a junkie and swapping needles in Haiti, wasn't it? And then you started coming down with a lot of symptoms, didn't you?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
Hey, have you seen on YouTube, there's a recording of a phone call between a Japanese journalist and Stanley Kubrick, right? The year after 2001: A Space Odyssey comes out, and the Japanese journalist says to him, "What is it about? What is the end? Please explain it to me." And he goes, "Look, part of the movie is you're not meant to understand it, and I'm making a point of not explaining it to anyone, but as this is Japan, I'll fuck it. I'll just tell you what it is," and then just explains it to him. So if you want to know what 2001: A Space Odyssey is about, you can hear it from the mouth of Stanley Kubrick.
That's interesting. I haven't seen that before.
Just Google Stanley Kubrick, Japan, 2001.
Hmm.
And
if
you will know.
if you do like that, I do recommend reading the book 3001.
I've read 2001, but I've not read any of the additional ones.
There's
2010 is the sequel, right? And then
there's-
3001?
There's 2001, 2010, 2065, then 3001.
Okay. But you only recommend 3001.
65.
That's my favorite of the four.
Okay.
Because I used to read a lot of Arthur C. Clarke, and he wrote that.
You used to read.
He did, yeah. And a
Well,
lot of
actually,
people think he wrote it before the film, but
They
that's
actually
not
filmed
true.
and wrote at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
The movie was actually finished first, but that was because Kubrick sort of stopped going to meetings with Arthur.
Because he was making a movie, presumably. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an interesting, I guess it was an article originally. I listened to it in audiobook form. John Ronson, who's like a journalist, he writes a bunch of books, and he's got one called I think it's called the John Ronson Adventures.
Did you
or
say
something.
John Ronson or Ron Johnson?
I said John Ronson.
Okay.
And he's got one in there that's about how after Kubrick died, he got invited to his estate to, I forget why. I think because he once helped out with some pre-production stuff. And so he went up to the estate and he saw kind of, he was allowed to kind of look through
Some
Kubrick's
boxes.
stuff. Yeah, no, and he spent quite a while there, I think, in the end. But it was just really fascinating. Like he talks about a lot of the stuff. Like he had Kubrick had a collection of photographs of all the areas of like London, because he just paid people to go out with a stepladder, take a photo in front of a house, move the ladder up, take a photo in front of the next house, move the ladder up, take a photo in front of the next house, and then he would sticky tape them all together to build the street. And that's how he found all the locations for Eyes Wide Shut.
So are you saying that Stanley Kubrick invented Google Maps?
Yes. Yeah, he paid someone to do that. Like,
Yeah.
and then apparently there's a whole room in the house. Well, there was. I think it's all gone now. Devoted to that Napoleon movie he never made.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just fucking a whole room full of shit. Like about
the role
Napoleon.
I was born to play, Matt. Role I was born to play.
Yeah,
There's
it's
still
actually
time.
Fascinating article.
Not for Stanley Kubrick, Luke.
Well, no, but you can still play the role, though.
The only reason that movie didn't happen is because Waterloo came out and it was shit. And so the studio was like, nah.
Waterloo, the album by ABBA.
ABBA.
No, there's a film called Waterloo, I think.
Oh, right. And they're like,
I mean, fact check me on that. No, it was a flop.
Not profitable anymore.
Yeah, apparently it was a flop, and they got scared, and they said, nah. Because not only is this another Napoleon movie, it's fucking Stanley Kubrick's Napoleon movie, so it's already going to be made.
So they said, Stanley Kubrick, you can't do your Napoleon movie because it's going to be a flop. What else you got? And he goes, well, I've got a fucking Yiddish novel from the 1920s that I want to do with Tom and Nicole. And they're like, fine, that sounds like a gold mine.
Yep. I think so.
I saw that movie once. Didn't get it.
With me.
Yep.
Yeah. I always tell people you've got to see that movie 6 times before it really starts making sense.
You shouldn't have to see a movie 6 times for it to make sense.
That's true.
And that's what Luke will tell Stanley Kubrick when he performs for him. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah,
Too
never
late.
mind.
Should have got in earlier.
Yep. All right, I'll start telling directors more of my thoughts earlier now.
Luke, you've got some competition. Some more competition. We've discussed already how you've got some competition. Now you've got more. Hasbro's one-upped you again.
Yep.
They're releasing an animatronic Baby Yoda. And
A
calling
lot
this
cheaper
thing
than
Baby
mine.
Yoda? Yeah, a lot cheaper.
I think they're still calling it the child because that's what the name is from the show, but everyone will call it Baby Yoda. And I think I want one.
Of course you fucking want one, mate.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Like, this is going to be so much easier than building my one.
Now, for all you know, Luke, they might have spent comparable to your 10 grand on the R&D for this, for all you know. But I love it that there wasn't any toys of this whatsoever. Then you said you were going to build one.
Yeah.
Then an action figure was released, and you said, well, yours is still going to be better because it's animatronic. And now, boom, animatronic one on the market.
I just can't have anything.
I mean, someone at Hasbro may be listening. They are here in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
So
it's
possible.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that they might not be a podcast listener. They might just literally be within earshot of your house.
Yeah, they could be. I'm looking out the window now.
No,
There's a lot of paparazzi out there. Paparazzi, I can't pronounce that word, but yeah.
Everyone's always stealing our ideas.
I thought you were trying to make a joke,
Hasbro.
to be honest. I thought you were saying puppet razzi, like people who make puppets just hanging out outside your house looking for ideas.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll edit it so that it does sound like I was making a good joke.
Yeah.
Could you ask if they could
maybe
make
it's
me a
Deckard
puppet?
and it's the paparazzi.
Oh, God.
I think there should be a puppet of me.
All right.
You know where that word came from?
Decided.
Puppet.
Paparazzi?
Yeah, paparazzi. Do you know what it means?
I thought you meant puppet. Where the word puppet come
puppet.
from? I don't know.
No.
I don't know either.
It's not a real word. It doesn't mean anything. It was the name of a character in a Bertolucci movie from the 70s, and there was a character who was a photographer called Paparazzo. And so colloquially, people just started calling dickheads with cameras paparazzi, which is obviously the sequel.
Plural.
In Italian, you put an I on the end. Yeah. The sequel? Plural. Yes. Plural. The sequel to words.
There you go. Well, we've got not only have we got an animatronic Baby Yoda, we've got Baby Yoda Operation, which sounds weird at first until you realize you don't pull objects out of Baby Yoda. You pull them.
What?
You grab. You're supposed to. I guess the idea is that you're force lifting things. So
still weird. Out of Baby Yoda.
No, around Baby Yoda.
Okay.
There's a picture of it in this
That's
article.
grasping at straws there.
When it said Baby Yoda Operation, I was like, are you kidding me?
That's weird.
They've mixed it
Although
up.
I'm surprised there haven't been an alien autopsy operation.
Oh, yeah.
Buy that.
No, I can see. Yeah, no, I don't think there's a big enough market for it. I think it's one of those things that you think sounds cool, but then you see it, you're going to go, nah.
Mate, I once saw American Occupation of Iran Monopoly.
What?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, but did you buy it?
No, I am not kidding. No, I didn't buy it.
Did anybody buy it?
Well, it was behind the counter of a games shop that I was in, and I was looking at it, and I was just thinking to myself, that is so fucking niche.
Yeah. like that Hitler action figure I saw at Rhode Island Comic Con that they asked him to get rid of.
Oh my God. Was it an ironic Hitler action figure?
I think so, but they got upset with him for having it on display. Someone complained, and then security came around and told him he had to get rid of it. And he was like, "It's a collectible." And then they said, "Don't care."
Yeah. There's actually, I think, laws, at least in America, about selling Nazi collectibles. So, not to say this was an official Nazi. Yeah, I believe there is. I mean, I don't know.
I'll tell you what, mate. I've been to flea markets here, and you can buy all sorts of Nazi stuff.
No, I think it's definitely a law in Germany.
Yeah, there's a lot of laws. I think in Australia there's a law too that limits or at least prohibits what you can buy and sell.
Because I was surprised at this is a pretty big flea market, but multiple places had some people brought back stuff from the war, like Hitler Youth daggers and badges.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I guess if you
military badges and stuff.
Stole it off of a dead Nazi, that's slightly different. Maybe.
I mean,
than a guy going, "I'm trying to sell all my old stuff."
Yeah. So yard sale at my house, come around and get the stuff.
Yeah. Barely used. Some use, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I did that a few times. Mandalorian Trouble.
Really?
Anybody interested in that? No?
Oh, I'm looking at it, and no, I am not.
Isn't that the one with the Pop-O-Matic bubble?
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's just Trouble.
I don't see how that could
pictures.
Be, yeah.
It's just got...
Right.
Yeah. It's just got Mando, Iggy, and the girl and the Ugnaught.
Okay.
As the playable characters.
I'm not sure I'd play a
Yoda
Mandalorian-themed any game, to be fair, because, I mean, like, even if you're going to do a Star Wars roleplay, you want to do it as characters you make up, right?
Yeah, I would think so, personally.
So, like, you play a game of Trouble cosplaying as the Mandalorian. Who does your little sister play?
The Ugnaught.
Play as the girl. What was her name? She's only in one episode, or two episodes.
The girl. There you go.
The girl, yeah.
She's an MMA fighter.
No, I know that. I just can't remember her character's name or her real name.
All I know is she can kick our asses.
That's all right. You probably can't remember the Mandalorian's character's name or real name either. So I think we're not sexist in this case.
No,
I think it's just the kind of show where you don't know anyone's names.
I cannot remember Pedro Pascal's name. So,
well, apparently he was never there. So.
No,
that's true. I don't remember his.
He was there for the messy-haired shot where he got his helmet taken off, and that was it.
Which I still really hate that was in it. That did not need to be in that.
Did not.
They could have just said that he done it and kept it off screen. I think that would have really added to it.
Mate, he took it off to eat a sandwich while he was looking at some kids.
Yeah, and that was just after he said, if I take it off, I can never put it back on. And then there are kids 2 meters away. Just eats a sandwich.
And then she walks out and he takes her off. And they should have a shot of him going, what a fucking gullible shit.
Yeah, that's right. I seen ya.
People believe any old garbage. Oh, we got some others. This is just Star Wars follow-up in a way.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode, I think, that is available of this podcast is called I Don't Know and I Don't Care. That's episode 80, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Ford has followed up on that this week in an interview. He was asked if Han was a Force ghost in Rise of Skywalker, and he said, and I quote, apparently, I don't know what a fucking Force ghost is, and I don't care.
Yeah, I think we can safely say he's really done with Star Wars this time.
That's great. He is good though, and I do think he trolls a little bit. I think he's aware of what a fucking Force ghost is. And I saw a great interview the other day with him and Ryan Gosling.
Gosling from the Blade Runner 2049 press stuff.
Yeah. And fuck, he's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's just so dry. They're like, "Oh, did you guys become friends off set?" And he's like, "No. What do you think? We just hung out smashing our pecs together." No.
He calls him Brian all the time in all the interviews.
Yeah. And that Ryan Gosling was, a good enough sport to just be
put up with him,
berated, and that's right.
Yeah. Because remember those stories about how he did that? Remember he did that cop movie with Josh Hartnett, and apparently they did not get on. Like he said, Josh Hartnett was a fucking amateur, and there was this whole big drama about it. And I think I think I've said this before. Everyone says Harrison Ford's kind of a knob. I don't think he is. I think people just can't take a joke.
Really? He decided that Josh Hartnett was going to break his silence? It's like, you know who's fucking the worst actor in Hollywood? Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, apparently.
That just seems like someone you just wouldn't bother complaining about.
Yeah, I don't recall exactly. I remember Josh.
I didn't see that cop movie, but I know the one you're talking about.
No, I didn't either. Yeah, Josh Hartnett, Harrison Ford feud. Hollywood Homicide was the movie.
Okay. Yeah, definitely not.
And look, here's the
Never
first
heard
article.
of it.
First article. It's been known for a while that Harrison Ford can be a bit of a grump. I don't think he can. I think maybe people just don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, people kill his wife a lot. A lot.
I'm looking for my wife.
But, my wife!
Poor guy. Someone just...
She was my wife.
Just show him where Callista Flockhart is, somebody, please. He gets upset
he's looking
when
for
he can't see her.
Yeah. Are you thinking that Roman Polanski should just add one scene to the end of Frantic, which is a movie about Harrison Ford trying to find his wife, where at the end it just cuts away to Callista Flockhart going, here.
Say,
Over here, honey.
How did we end up on fucking Roman Polanski again? But you took it in a different direction that I thought you were going to. So that's good. Good.
You thought I was going to say something about sodomizing a little girl in a pool, didn't you?
I did. That's what you usually
Didn't
do.
you? But I didn't.
You didn't.
Didn't even mention it.
Apparently, Eli Roth might be at PAX this year.
Okay. I can ignore him like I ignore his movies.
That's the buzz, because the Gearbox panel is on Thursday. I'll be there, so I'll let you
definitely
guys
go
know.
to that panel.
I always do.
And also, try and escape. They always give away a code, so you can scam me one.
Yeah. No, I'll see what they got. I'll see what Randy's got for us. But apparently, Eli Roth's
So I
gonna be there
assume
because-
Eli's going to be at the Gearbox panel because he wants to make a Borderlands movie.
Yeah, apparently he's doing it. He's making it.
Yeah, Randy announced it and then deleted his announcement.
Oh, did he?
I think he may have just jumped the gun a little bit.
That's not like him, though. He's usually pretty savvy when it comes to the PR stuff. So that's weird.
Yeah, because he put it in a tweet and then, that disappeared. But the rumor's out there now, and
yeah. Okay.
it's a big thing to try and take on. I don't know how you do it.
Matt, you can ask him.
I will. But I wonder if, I mean, we'll find out, I guess. Are they going to do it? I mean, Borderlands is a very distinct look. And I don't know, can you do a Borderlands movie without it looking like Borderlands?
Is it going to be a cartoon?
Even Borderlands? If it's not, cel-shaded.
If it was a cartoon, I probably wouldn't watch it. But if they made it look like, there've been some movies that look a bit different. Trying to think of them.
Have you seen that show on Amazon? What is it called? It's kind of traced over. Whatever you call the style. Amazon.
It's not He-Man.
He-Man.
It's called Undone. Undone, starring Rosa Salazar.
No, I don't think I've heard of that.
I don't know who that is, but
it's an animated series. Well, it's sort of animated. Because, like I said, I think they just painted over. It kind of like reminded me of. You remember the way they did Scanner Darkly? Yeah.
That's, I think, what I was thinking of.
So it's a really cool series. It's like I think there was like 8 episodes about a girl who. It's basically her dad died, and when she was young, and she starts to develop. She thinks like weird powers, sort of, and she sees visions of him. But then there's this kind of underlying theme of like mental illness in the family, and so you never really know. Well, what's what I liked about it is that you never really know what's actually happening and what's she's just kind of imagining. So
okay,
it's really good.
Is the whole thing animated in that rotoscope style, or is it only her?
No, it's all like that. Nope, it's all like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's very good. I liked it a lot. I like Rosa Salazar, even though you heathens didn't like Alita. Well, Luke liked it.
They should make a sequel.
Yep, I agree.
I'm on that bandwagon.
That's how you judge if a movie is good, if it deserves a sequel.
Yep.
Man, if I really like a movie, it's like, stay the fuck away from it.
Actually, I'm thinking not a sequel. I'd rather see a television series.
Give us a sequel to Schindler's List, you cowards. It's a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've got no jokes. Look, I played the first Borderlands and left it at that. I thought it was pretty enjoyable.
Borderlands 2 is good.
Yeah.
Look, speaking of as guys who love Borderlands, do you guys want a Borderlands movie?
No.
Is this something you want?
No. I mean...
Didn't think so.
I mean, I guess it could be good, but I don't care, to be honest. They could not make one and I wouldn't be upset. So...
Yeah, I've never thought, you know what I'd like? A movie. When I've been playing a Borderlands game. I just like... Because half the time I end up skipping the story in Borderlands anyway, just to...
Well, I'm not sure I thought that about any game I've ever played, quite honestly.
Because Borderlands is just so, like, weird and... Like, how are you going to make a movie? I don't...
No.
It doesn't need
I think
one.
It's a big thing to take on, and it doesn't need one.
Because a lot of it is making fun of the fact that it's a game and stuff. Like, there's just so many like non sequiturs and weirdness. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think we need it. But
the world, really, when you think about it, the world makes no sense at all. So, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't take it on as a movie, but we'll see.
Well, it's going to be a challenge, and I guess that's why they've gone to Eli Roth.
I'll go see it. I'm going to go see Sonic this week.
Honestly, I've stopped watching Eli Roth movies, and I stopped quite a while ago.
I couldn't remember what he did. I know he did The House with the Clock in Its Walls, which surprised me because it's like a kids'
that
movie.
was the last one that I watched, and I was not expecting it to be a kids' movie, and I was like, okay, Eli Roth, let's see what you got here, man. I dug Cabin Fever.
Brutally murdered
and, the first Hostel was okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, Jack Black, okay, I'll see him get torn apart. No, it was literally a fucking kids movie, for little children. So I was not the target for that.
You were looking around the cinema going, wait a minute. I'm not sure I can legally be in this screening.
Yeah, that's right. Oi, you, would you say this is 100 meters?
No, I don't think... I'll go see if they make it, but...
Would you go and see a film that Fred Durst directed?
Now,
is that what he's up to now?
I've seen Red Letter Media reviewed... I don't know if it's this film, but they reviewed a film that was directed by... Is this the one with John Travolta?
This is the one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Red Letter Media reviewed this.
And how did they rate it? I usually, not always, but I usually agree with the slant those guys have on various films. So were they pro or con? Fred Durst's directorial debut.
I think they were con overall. But I mean, I feel like on some level, this has got to be entertaining, right?
Yeah, maybe.
To me,
it just looks like a movie that's just like a student film. What was the country that had that naming petition for their sewerage system?
Yeah, I can't remember.
That the overwhelming response was the Fred Durst Center for the Arts.
I can't remember. That was great, though.
Needless to say, they didn't go with it.
No. What's the name of that boat, Luke?
Bodie McBoatface.
Hey,
yes.
First try.
Yeah.
I've been practicing that for years now.
Your time finally came. Yeah, so, all right. So what's this film about?
It seems to be the same storyline as a movie called The Fan, which starred Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro, except this one is called The Fanatic, and it stars John Travolta in the Robert De Niro role of a fan who stalks a celebrity.
So this is The Fan. This is also Swim Fan.
Misery.
Misery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I'll be seeing this.
Well, it's been out for a year now, and you haven't, so...
No.
I've only just seen the trailer for it today.
Oh, no, I think it's when did it come out?
2019.
Yeah, that's what
There
I
you
thought.
go.
I did see a movie this week, though. I went and saw Birds of Prey.
Oh, did you?
Oh. Yeah.
I didn't mind it.
Okay.
Glowing review.
No, I enjoyed
garbage.
it. They've taken a lot of influence from Deadpool.
Ugh.
Right.
Like, a lot of influence from Deadpool.
All right. Well, let's see. They keep saying, DC's, made a good one, and it's like, they just stole Deadpool's thing, did they?
Yeah, but it's still fun.
You've said that. Yeah, I suppose so. But then is that how you?
I liked it. It's probably one of the better DC movies. Actually, probably the best DC movie I've seen.
Well, that's a high
The
bar.
best DC movie.
Yep.
Birds of Prey.
Christopher Nolan's Batman movies.
From the new generation, not the...
Well, that's not saying much then, is it?
Better than Wonder Woman, which I think everyone liked.
I think it's better than Wonder Woman.
Because that was fucking garbage. And you know what looks even worse than Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman 2.
Yeah. Wonder Women.
Honestly, I wish I did know what everyone liked about this. I'd love to enjoy that movie, but it was fucking garbage.
I know. I agree.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah. What's your least favorite movie, Luke?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
There are movies I just really do not like, but I just don't watch them and I forget them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Put you on the spot. My bad.
Because why would I remember them? But what was I going? I just had something. It's some trivia. So last year, Avengers Endgame came out. Highest grossing movie of all time.
Yes.
Did not win one Oscar.
Right. Yes.
I just find that crazy.
Well, the Oscars aren't about, public popularity or whatever. They have awards shows for that. The Oscars are about the, actors voting for actors and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of like, I wouldn't expect them to win an Oscar. I don't think any performance in Avengers Endgame, despite how big it was, really deserved one, Yeah,
but you think I wasn't thinking like the acting or something. I was thinking like visual effects or something like that.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, that is fair. What won best visual effects, actually, this year? I don't recall.
I don't know, but the visual effects usually go to someone who has
1917
fully. Oh, okay. Well, that discounts what I was about to say.
Well, I'm guessing. That's not. Good. Yeah, no, actually, I'm right. 1917. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, interesting. Usually, those best VFX Oscars go to movies like Planet of the Apes or anything that's got like fully CGI characters. But then again, I guess Avengers has that too. But
yeah,
I'll be honest. I've never seen. I mean, I've watched all the Marvel movies and I've enjoyed them, but I've never actually gone, wow, great special effects.
Right. Yeah, I don't think. And same, like, oh, what an amazing performance. Like, they're all.
Yeah.
They're not really, I don't know, Academy Award kind of things. Well, actually, didn't Black Panther win something? Now that I'm thinking about it.
I think that won a few, but even if you look like Suicide Squad won.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yes, it did. It did.
That's so weird. Best costumes, right?
Man.
Best costumes.
I think it was best costume or makeup or something.
I'd love to know what that was up against. Like, what people are sitting in the audience on that night going, "You fucking serious?"
There's the voters for the Academy are looking at a picture of some beautiful period costume or something, I assume.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then Margot Robbie in little short shorts. And then they were like,
yep. And going, well, there's no question here.
I know which one I would prefer to look at.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think my dick is already pointing to the one I'd like to win.
And that's how I vote.
Okay, so it was up against Star Trek Beyond and A Man Called Ove.
What?
Or Ove.
A Man
Really?
Called Ove.
That was it?
That was it. They were the only two nominated.
Man,
A Man
Slim
Called
Pickens.
OVE.
Oh. Starring Skarsgård. What's his name? The older one.
Oh,
The older
Stellan?
Skarsgård. Yeah.
the dad?
Yeah, I think he's the dad, isn't he? He's the one from Thor.
I'm looking at it, and this looks like it does have just... Normally, it's only like three movies nominated every year.
Yeah, okay. For best costume. Fair enough.
Except this year when there was 5.
And what were they this year?
This year was Bombshell, Joker, Judy, Maleficent,
Oh, yeah.
Mistress of Evil, and 1917.
Is this costume
Bombshell
only
one.
or costume and makeup?
This is best makeup and hairstyling.
Oh.
Makeup and hairstyle, right? Okay.
Look,
I get Bombshell.
Okay. For
Which
the
one
Joker,
won?
obviously.
Jared Leto dyed his hair green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Academy Award winner.
So in other words, it's the same guy, and he's looking at the same picture of Margot Robbie's ass in those tiny little shorts, and he's like, this one. And they're like, no, it's hair. It's the hairstyle that you're looking at. And he's like, yep,
Sure.
still this one.
Looks good.
Whatever.
Love it. Love it.
it.
But yeah, like this is one of the
Great
things. Like,
hair.
the Oscars.
Great hair.
Oscars
Pigtails.
aren't for me.
No. Probably not. The Joker was up for
No.
best costume. That's odd. I mean, weren't a lot of...
I don't know.
He was
That-
wearing a
that's-
costume, Matt.
Yeah, but there was like one costume. Everyone else is just wearing normal clothes. And then I was about to say, too,
No, but
1917. Well, I mean, they had... A lot of work was done for him by, people who lived in 1917.
Yeah, but remember, the Joker was
Those
set in
clothes.
They had to
the 70s.
remake them, though. Someone
I know.
had to just, they didn't just go, everyone give us your clothes, who had clothes from back then.
Still whip around the office. Who's got some old clothes?
Well, that's like when Dean Semler won the Academy Award for cinematography for Dances with Wolves, and he got criticised because the whole thing was shot outdoors. And he's like, yeah. And they're like, you didn't put up any lights. And he's like, yeah. I still had to decide where to put the camera.
I still had to point it at stuff.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of costumes, we've now got a full-on, like, bright daylight look at Rob Pattinson as the Batman.
Not just the head now?
No, click that link, mate. What do you think?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You can see him riding a little bike. That looks like he'd be very
The
dangerous
bat
if you
bike. one
hit
would
the brakes
presume.
too hard on that.
It looks tiny.
It looks like Daredevil, mate. That's my only concern with this. It just looks like Daredevil with
This
little
is
horns.
out in the open, and it's
Yeah, it's not going to be
not
lit
looking
like
at it
that.
through the lens, filtered
Yeah,
lenses. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it does look a bit dumb, for sure, at this stage.
Now, this is the new standalone Batman, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to say, I thought they were going to do this one that was like just a little bit more of a DIY Batman.
Yeah.
But I just think if you were going to do a DIY Batman, would you really do a custom fucking, I don't know what this part of the bike is called, but the bit that goes around the headlight
Yeah.
and like put ears on it? Like, I just think Bat Bike, a bike with ears, is just a little bit 1960s era Batman, and just, I don't know. I'm just a bit over that kind of stuff.
Well, they're
No,
saying
I
that
can
as
see
well. His
that.
bat symbol is made of the gun that killed his parents, and everyone seems to.
Why would he have that?
Is it?
Everyone thinks
my
that's cool.
God.
I think that's kind of stupid. Like, and I was like, am I the only one who thinks that's a bit dumb?
But was it a bat-shaped gun?
Well, it is now. Look, it's his chest plate. Like, if
Well,
you look,
Yeah, I'm
so
looking at
he's-
it now, but what I'm
did he
saying is
send-
he
yeah.
was like, okay, well, my parents got killed with a gun that was shaped like a bat, so I'm going to become a Batman.
But how did he get it? Did he like send Alfred down to like the police auction to pick it up for him, or
yeah, I guess so.
They auction off guns at the police.
Maybe they do.
Killed the Wayne parents. Do I hear $50?
I like this. This maybe like there may be more to this, but if you scroll down, there's a I guess, a Twitter account called Bat Sauce. And they've taken a photo of someone's just popped some pumpkins out on the front porch. And he's like, they're building a Batman set, obviously. Look at the pumpkins. Like, what makes you think that's Batman?
Anytime I see pumpkins, I think about Batman, yeah.
Yeah. Jack-o'-lanterns. Batman. That's what I always think of. The Bat. But anyway, remains to be seen whether this, in context, looks...
Well, the first of their standalones went really well, so let's see what happens.
What's the first standalone?
Joker.
Oh, of course. Yeah, right. I thought you meant Birds of Prey.
Well, no, because that's still
Wonder Woman.
Part of the DC universe.
Yeah.
They're still part of that.
Is this not? Is this definitely not?
I don't think it is.
No, I don't believe so.
I think this is just another, like Joker. It's just a...
They are just throwing shit at the wall now.
Yeah, they really are.
They're talking about a Joker sequel. Don't do it.
You can't do it.
No.
Because if you make a Joker sequel, that takes away from the ending of that movie completely.
Yeah, not only can you not do a Joker sequel, you can't do an origin story for any other villain now. It's done. You know?
They're all just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're mentally ill. Society needs to help us instead of sending a bat to kill us.
Oh, they're not. They're doing the other thing we said don't do it. Oh, I've been punched in the face.
I shouldn't have worn this costume that makes me stand out.
Yeah. Why did I murder all those people?
I should have just dressed like anyone else.
I should have known better.
Shouldn't have left riddles all around.
Who's the Riddler in this Batman?
Paul Dano.
Who the fuck is that?
The guy who got his milkshake drunk.
Oh, that guy.
What?
He's a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah, man. He is a good actor.
He's a good actor.
I'm on board Paul Dano for sure.
Zoe Kravitz is Catwoman. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. This might be all right. Who knows?
Well, yeah,
your milkshake.
I'll watch this one. I'm not going to watch Birds of Prey because I don't give a shit about Harley Quinn, but I do give a shit about Batman. So I'll see what he's up to.
Luke, have you seen There Will Be Blood?
No.
I mean...
Will there be... Is there blood in it?
There's not. And
no, not really.
So they lied.
There is.
There's oil. There's a
acting,
lot of oil.
Which I know you love.
There is a lot of method acting.
I'm against method acting.
There is a lot of acting in that movie. A lot of acting.
Biggest method acting you've ever seen.
Yeah. It is good. It's a good movie.
It is good, yeah. Yeah. It was a good year for movies. That came out at the same time as No Country for Old Men.
Yeah. Have you seen that, Luke? That's a good movie.
No.
You should watch that.
That one is certainly more watchable than...
There Will Be Blood.
I mean, There Will Be Blood.
Spaceships.
There's no dialogue for the first 30 minutes of it.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun to me.
No Country for Old Men. It's got Josh Brolin. It's got... So you could just pretend it's Cable if you wanted to.
It's got Javier Bardem, so you could pretend it's the bad guy from James Bond.
He's fucking good in it too. Was that the first thing he was in? No.
He's good in everything.
I think I think
that was his first English language movie.
Yeah. I was just going to say, first mainstream kind of thing he was in.
Yeah. Certainly the first thing I saw him in.
Tommy Lee Jones is in it. It's a good movie.
TLJ.
It's directed by the Coen brothers.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
I saw two movies
Not
this
the
week
ones
that
who
I want to
made
give a quick
Garfield?
shout out to. Yeah, that's right. A different Joel Coen to the Garfield films.
Yeah, if I don't like movies where I have to think anymore.
The thing is that everyone always talks about Bill Murray being tricked into Garfield because he thought that the Joel Coen directing it was one of the Coen brothers, right?
Oh, and okay,
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. But why did he do the sequel? We're doing Garfield 2. Who's directing it? Joel Coen. The guy from the Coen brothers? Bill, seriously?
Again? We're having this conversation again?
I saw 2 movies this week that I want to mention, and only because they were dead average, and I'd like Hollywood to take note and to stop making dead average movies.
Go on.
Okay, so the first movie I watched is called Horse Girl, and it's on Netflix. And
what's that like?
It's a really, really good premise.
Is it
a woman
the head of horse or
losing her
the
mind.
body of horse? Oh, okay.
Both are in there. Both are in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the girl from Community. Luke, help me out here.
Blonde or
Why
brunette?
can I not think of brunette?
Brunette.
Alison Brie.
Yeah, Alison Brie.
Alison Brie. It's Alison Brie. Should have known you like her. But she's in it. And she gives a great performance. But the movie just doesn't commit to the themes it sets up. You know?
Oh,
just doesn't double down on anything. And it just leaves you a little bit unsatisfied. As Alison Brie tends to do. The other one I saw also stars someone that I bet you like, Matt. I bet you like Ana de Armas, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For
Bond,
sure you like her.
New Bond girl, Ana de Armas. And,
yeah. And I'm interested.
Joy from Blade Runner 2049. Love her.
Very, very much Joy. But in this, not very good. She was in a movie called The Night Clerk, which is a new movie. Also, great premise, right? An autistic bellhop at a hotel witnesses a murder because he's got hidden cameras in all the rooms so he can listen to people interact and learn how to talk to people, right?
Huh, okay.
That's creepy.
Great premise. Yeah. Doesn't go anywhere. So, yeah. Everything you find out at the end of the movie is the stuff they set it up in the start. Yeah, it's dead average. It's not bad. It's just dead average. I'm fucking sick of dead average movies.
I'm okay with them now. Just learn to accept it.
That's the kind of movie Luke wants.
Uh-huh.
He doesn't want to be challenged. Doesn't want to have to think about anything.
Check them out then.
I just want something I can watch or half listen to while I'm playing a game.
I'm currently writing an academic paper on Wes Craven's Last House on the Left.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And how it compares to the film that it's based off, which is a fucking black and white religious drama by Ingmar Bergman, made in Sweden 10 years earlier, called The Virgin Spring. And I decided to watch, to give myself some context, all of Wes Craven's early films, because there were a couple that I had missed out on, right? Mm-hmm. And there was one in particular that was made just before this called The Fireworks Woman. Matt, have you seen or heard of Fireworks Woman?
No,
I hadn't either. And I Wikipedia'd it first, and it said this is an adult film. And I was like, well, that's fine. I'm an adult. I can watch a film. And
was it an adult film?
Yeah. It is a pornographic film.
All right.
And
this is back in the days where they used to have story, though.
Yeah. And it's totally a Wes Craven movie. It's shot like a Wes Craven movie. Wes is even in it, okay? He is in this movie as well. Right. And it's like pretty cool and a bit dark and twisted, but then people will fuck and you'll see everything.
All right.
Yeah.
So would you recommend Luke check that out?
Yeah. I mean, I'll put it in the show notes.
I would recommend you check out on Netflix the new series Lock and Key. It's good.
Yeah, because they've been seeing the ad for that over and over and over.
It's good. Yeah, I liked it.
Is it as good as the comic books series that it's based on?
I've only read like the first couple of issues of that, and I liked it, but I liked the show a lot. So I guess I mean it's hard for me to say because like I said, didn't really read all of it. But the show's good. It's about
so far so good.
Yeah. I watched the first season. I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, I was a little worried because every time a movie stops or a show stops, I see an ad for it, and normally when they're advertising something so hard, it's because it's not doing so well.
No, it's good. It's like it's fantasy. It's about a family moves back to the kind of the ancestral home, and then the kids find these keys that give them magic powers. It's kind of Is it a kids show? Because kind of, but no. Like it's okay. I feel like
is it tonally similar to Umbrella Academy?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
It's not particularly violent or anything like that. So I think it walks the line pretty well. Like I never felt like I was watching a kids show, but now that I'm thinking about it,
all right,
it's pretty safe for kids to watch, I imagine.
Okay. I'll invite some kids over and watch it with them.
Yeah.
100 meters away.
My living room has been specially designed for such a purpose. It's huge.
I'll be observing you through a two-way mirror.
Sort of follow up again. Something else weird happened in Red Dead 2. Some guy posted a clip of this. An NPC stabbed another NPC to death in front of him and then wandered off.
Guys, this is what they fucking warned us would happen. Fucking Elon Musk has been out there. The fucking producers of Westworld have been warning us.
Like,
fucking AI has become murderous.
Did you see this video? So the player walks out of this bar and then kind of picks a fight with another NPC. So they're starting to get into a little punch up. And then this other dude just walks up and stabs him in the neck and then walks off.
No. Wow. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. It's itchy and scratchy land all over again.
And then, like, it's only weird because they don't normally do that. Like, no one's really sure why he did it.
It's not that they're not, it's that they're not meant to be able to do it, Matt.
No, but, like, if it's...
They should only do what they've been programmed to do.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If it was part of the game that they normally wander around murdering each other, then fine. But this isn't normal behavior.
Yeah.
So, pretty interesting. I mean, it does. All this stuff makes me want to play Red Dead 2 again, I'll be honest.
Such a great game.
I never finished
He fucking runs up out of nowhere and acts like he's trying to decide whether or not to intervene. And then as he walks off, this woman walks down the stairs. He looks up at her like, oh shit, someone saw me do this. And then just looks away and keeps walking. This is fucking terrifying. And honest to God, man.
Well, imagine being
I want to know what Sam Harris thinks about this, Matt. I want to know what Sam Harris has to say about this.
Oh man, so this is great. I got to play Red Dead 2 now and fight some fucking two-headed skeletons as NPCs are just fucking murdering each other in the streets.
Fucking walks up, stands behind him for a minute, like deciding whether or not to act, and stabs him in the neck, looks around to make sure no one saw him do it, and then walks off again.
So weird. Good stuff.
I'm afraid.
It's all right. They're trapped in the computer for now. Oh, we didn't talk about this. I meant to. Quaden Bales. We've got some midget watch news. The little kid that everyone was apparently picking on, and then the internet decided maybe it wasn't a kid. It was an 18-year-old who was scamming everybody. But then it turns out he's not an 18-year-old. No, he's a little kid. Fuck me. You didn't hear about this, Dan?
Yeah. No, I didn't. So please enlighten me. Play the jingle.
We represent the Lollipop Field. The Lollipop Field.
Midget Watch.
A video went viral this week of a little fella who had been bullied at school so much that
because kids are dicks,
that he wanted to kill himself. And
Jesus,
and then so there was a lot of outpouring of support, and a lot of celebrities like Hugh Jackman threw in money for I don't know exactly what for. I don't know if he needed money to get bullied.
No, they're raising money for him to go to Disneyland.
Oh, okay, fine.
Like honestly, you just start here like. You've had a shit time. Let's go to Disneyland.
Can you imagine if someone did that for Luke? You would be so happy.
He's so happy.
We've done that for Luke.
But even the South Sydney Bunnies, they've brought him to training. They're hanging out with him.
Oh, yeah, so he's Australian. And then, he has dwarfism, I guess, is his specific affliction. And so, but then the internet kind of turned on him for a bit because somebody commented on the video saying that he was 18, not a child, and that it was a scam. And then most people were like, "Well, I guess I can't really tell how old he is because."
Yeah, but hold on. But he's still got dwarfism, right?
That's true.
And he was still being bullied, right?
No.
Still being
They're
bullied.
saying that he's an 18-year-old guy. He wasn't being bullied. It's a scam.
And he just really wants to go to Disneyland.
No, he was just pretending. Well, yeah, he just wanted
No, but he didn't know they were going to send him to Disneyland.
So, it turned into this whole big thing with everybody harassing them. But then it turns out, apparently, he's not 18. He is a child with
He is a little
dwarfism.
kid.
And now you've just made it worse.
No, but this is the internet, right? The internet will turn on you fucking quickly. Like, they love to support people. Oh, we're a little boy. Oh, we got to help him. Yeah, we got to believe. Oh, it's a scam. Well, fuck that little boy.
Yep.
Like, they just... And then, he's not. Oh, okay, well, all right. Well, we all look bad. Let's move on to something else now.
And it is. The internet will come down, this is the worst thing in the world, and then turn around and go, we moved on to something else. Like the Washington Redskins. Remember when that was a big thing that you can't call the football team Redskins and you have to change the name or we're going to do this? Well, they're still the Redskins and
everyone just got over it.
The internet's moved on.
And nobody cares anymore. Yeah.
So I've just popped in the Snopes article about young Quaden, who is a 9-year-old boy with dwarfism. And apparently the reason people thought it was a scam is because there is a photo of him standing next to a sign of the number 18. So proof positive that he
wearing a Gucci tracksuit.
Busted. So I don't know, but now he's set all of his profiles to private, and it's just ridiculous because he apparently he'd been on TV a bunch of times, and if you trace all of his appearances and whatnot, it's quite clear that he is a 9-year-old boy. So
he got to the All-Stars game happened. The NRL All-Stars game happened on the weekend, and he got to lead them out into the field.
Oh, well, good on him.
Yeah,
don't pick on people.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Quaden Bales is Dwarf of the Week.
Dwarf of the Week.
Do you know, I was debating when I was looking at these articles like yesterday, and I was debating whether I should bring this up because do you think Quaden Bales wants to be discussed on our podcast or not? Like,
wait, this after all these years, this is the first time you asked if the person we're talking about wants to be discussed by us?
He's upset, and he wanted
Roman Polanski wanted to be discussed every single week by us.
I don't care what he thinks. I don't care what Roman Polanski thinks, but I do care. But Quaden Bales got bullied so much that he literally wanted to kill himself as a 9-year-old child. Like, that is awful. And then I was like, should we be talking about that? Are we going to make it worse?
But what I don't get is, even if he was 18 and wanted to kill himself, I don't see why that's any better.
No. I think people were thinking the whole thing was a scam, that he didn't want to kill himself.
So if you read
why? But like, did he come out and be like, guys, I'm 9 years old, I want to kill myself, and I just really need some quick cash?
No, his mother was basically putting up a video to go, this is what my son is going through. This is unacceptable. Like, just showing the world how bad it is for her son. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's right. But people said...
Right, and everyone was like, that must be a fucking scam.
Well, not at first, but then somebody posted that post where you can see where they said, just so you know, he scammed everybody. He's 18, he has plenty of money, and everyone fell for it.
Yeah, I noticed they've redacted the name of the person who put that
yeah,
on
because
Twitter.
now they're probably being harassed as well. Because fucking the internet was a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, the photo with the big red 18 in it
evidence
also contains the words "Happy Birthday, Garland."
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, obviously, I guess they think his name is Garland.
Yeah, well,
Garland,
it's not.
rather. Not Quaden, Garland.
Internet is a terrible place.
That's all for this week. Thank you for listening and we hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed it, then please subscribe in iTunes to receive episodes automatically. We'll see you next time.